Let's start with the big question here. What is sustainability and why should it matter to all of us? So in its simplest definition, sustainability is to meet our generation need without compromising with the future generation to meet their own needs. But today, it is not just a nice idea or a goal to have. It's become scientifically and operationally necessary to us. The way we live, the way we build, travel, and consume has put a huge pressure on our plans. We have gone beyond the safe boundaries in key systems like the water, climate, and biodiversity, and we are seeing the signs everywhere. The more intense heat waves, the unpredicted storms, the shrinking in the water resources, the losses in the biodiversity. These are measurable and global challenges that is already affecting our health, economies, and stability. So, in response to this climate crisis, a global movement for climate action has gathered and began work. And one of the significant milestones was the Paris 2015 agreement, where a group of countries, almost 200 countries, grouped together, and they agreed on and commit on limiting the global warming. But this target and this meeting was not just about putting a target, it was about gathering and working together across borders for a shared future. This movement has inspired many countries in the world to rethink and revisit their national agenda. Saudi Arabia has stepped up in a big way. For example, with our 2016 net zero target and the Saudi Green initiatives, the kingdom made clear that sustainability is in the center of our vision for the future. But at the end, these commitments on paper are only the beginning. We need the real work that can take us and change these promises to actual progress. And from my opinion, we are facing two main challenges in order to do this. The first one is the implementation. It is an easy, same thing to set the target, but it is a totally different thing to accomplish this target and to implement it. You need a clear roadmap, you need a framework to do that. And you don't even sometimes know where to start or how to prioritize things. The other main challenge is the accountability. Many companies can claim that they are sustainable, but who's checking? Who's verifying? How can we compare the performance? How can we claim that we are sustainable? We need an independent verification process to do that. So while these two main challenges, the implementation and accountability, are the main challenges for us, it is the same thing that the sustainability certification provides to us. So when we speak about sustainability certification, we are not speaking about the label or black on the wall. We are speaking about something that provides us with a clear roadmap, clear structure. As you witness here, many expert people are working, doing some research, relying on standard, what is the best practice, to gather all of these requirements in a really structured and organized way for the developers to take advantage of. And also they provide the verification process, which is the accountability for our work. They give you an independent reviews who will go through your documentation in detail to make sure that whatever you are trying to accomplish or claim in terms of sustainability is actually delivered. So I know this course will cover so much detail about the weight rating system, the 10 concept, and the strategies for each criteria on how can we make our indoor environment much better. But let me share some of my personal perspective about the WELL certification. And I have worked on many projects targeting WELL as a certification, among other green certification. And I found that there is two main things that is making this rating system a unique green certification for any developers. So the first one is the well rating system is focusing focusing on the people instead of the building itself. So while all the green certification system focus on the building physical performance in terms of energy consumption, water conservation, material selection, and emission, and these are strongly important for sustainability, but will come and change the question and ask a fundamentally different and more human oriented question. How the people inside the building is feeling. Are they comfortable? Are they safe? Are they supported? Can they thrive inside this space? So this question changes everything. When you start looking at the occupant instead of the building itself, it gives you a great value. The other unique things about the WELL as a rating system is the verification approach. Again, most of the green certification exists offer a verification approach through an online platform where you can submit all the design drawing, calculation, specification, material submitted from the construction stage, but for WELL, they do not stop at this stage. They request for on-site performance testing from an approved testing agent. So that's mean you are not only making sure that you design and build according to a rigorous sustainability standard, you are confirming that you actually delivering it inside the spaces. They test features like water quality, air quality, acoustic, lighting, and thermal comfort. So this is something very valuable for any occupant inside any space. To wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. The sustainability certification is not a formality, just a formality. It is a strategic tool. It gives us the framework to take us from the climate theory to the climate action. It gives us the system to hold ourselves accountable. It gives us the recognition to demonstrate our compliance and credibility. But the most important things here is that this journey needs people. So the way you think, the way the knowledge you build, and the value you carry will shape our building cities and communities of tomorrow. So we need to work together in order not to achieve only a sustainable future, but more healthy, safe, and full of opportunity for all of us.